It's the end of term here at Westminster. MPs are in a buoyant mood as they head off on their holidays. We at United Response are happy as well with the results of our Every Vote Counts campaign.
United Response conducted a survey of people we support. We found that 43% of people we support voted, up from 33% in 2010, and there is a big rise among people of all ages voting for the first time.
The bagpipers loom, perhaps reflecting the number of Scottish National MPs in Westminster. But I'm here to report on the people we support who voted for the first time in this election.
My first port of call to talk about this was the newly appointed Minister for Disabled People, Justin Tomlinson.
And I've been involved in elections where they've been won and lost by a handful of votes. So your Every Vote Counts really does hit the nail on the head. Democracy works if people are engaged. People register what they think should be the priorities, and for all of your members, they know they can go and make that difference by registering their support or opposition to something. And I think it's a really good thing. And I know straight after my own election in Swindon, I went back, I'd talked to some parents who were concerned about this issue, about the way of engaging, and I went to my returning officer, and we're looking at ways to improve things. And I think the work you're doing in that area is fantastic.
Minister, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Shadow Minister for Disabled People, Kate Green, is a big supporter of the Every Vote Counts campaign.
I'm very happy to hear about this big increase in the proportion of people with learning disabilities who voted in the election, and I'm really pleased to hear that it's people of presumably all ages, not just people who were eligible to vote for the first time, but people who could have voted in the past but hadn't done so, and this time obviously felt it was important. Maybe the campaign had given them the confidence to do so. But I also thought the campaign was really useful at raising awareness among the population as a whole. I thought it had a very high profile, and I think it made people understand the role and the status of people with learning disabilities in the community, and that they are equal citizens with equal right to participate in the democratic process.
My own local MP is Steve Double. He's newly elected and thinks the campaign shouldn't stop with the election.
I understand it went up by about 10%, which I think is brilliant, because getting that message out that everybody's vote matters and counts is really important. One of the things that I think is really important that is, as politicians, we engage with all voters, everyone who's eligible to vote, and encourage them to vote whoever they vote for.
Dr. Tania Mathias won Vince Cable's seat on election night. She's a big supporter of United Response.
I think your campaign, I hope, shows people with learning difficulties should have their say, but it's important for people like me, MPs, that more people who are representing the general population are here in Parliament. So ideally, I want somebody with learning difficulties to be here in Parliament as well.
The Every Vote Counts campaign began here at campaign headquarters, so it's a fitting place to end my reports. I'm delighted that so many people with learning difficulties voted for the first time in this election. I'm pleased to have met so many supportive politicians and to have raised awareness of the work that United Response do and for all people with a disability. Watch this space for my next report.